Good evening, all. My name is Swamy. I'm teaching React, Angular, JavaScript, CSS, Bootstrap, these technologies from past 13 years. So today in this demonstration class, we are going to discuss what is React.js and what are the advantages we have in this React.js and which type of applications we can develop with React.js. So these concepts we are discussing. Okay. So first of all, just let me open. So what is React.js? So it is client-side script. Okay. It is client-side script. If you take any websites, you want to work with the websites, two types of coding is there. One is client-side coding. Another one is server-side coding. Yes. So in websites, in development point of view, means in coding point of view, we have two types of codings. First one is client-side and second one is server-side. Now React.js is nothing but client-side script. Okay. Now here it is open source. So client-side. Yes. So what is client-side script exactly? Why we are using? So that we need to discuss. Okay. Before that, if you take any website, every website contains two different phases. One is design phase. Next one, coding phase. Yes, like that every website contains two phases. What the first one? Designing phase. And second one is coding phase. In designing phase, we are creating user interfaces. That's what is that? User interfaces. So user interface is nothing but the front page which we are displaying to the end user. For example, if you open Facebook, so it displays one page. That page we have contours like text box button like that, and WhatsApp or any other application if you take here. So it contains collection of pages. Every page contains some controls. Yes, yeah. So this is about user interface. So to work with the user interface, what are the technologies we are using? HTML, CSS, like that, these type of technologies we are using. Next one, in coding point of view. Yes. Yeah. So here two types of codings we have. Okay, scriptings. One is client-side script. Next one, server-side script. What is the second one here? But server-side. Like that, two types of scriptings we have. What is client-side script? So the script which executes in browser. The script which executes in browser comes under client-side script. Server-side script, yes, executes in server. So if you implement the logics by using React.js or JavaScript, okay, examples for the client-side scripts if you take, so JavaScript, next one, React, Angular, so Vue.js, Backbone.js, like the different types of jQuery, all these technologies comes under client-side scripts. And what are the examples for the server-side scripts? Yes. So ASP, PHP, JSP. So like that. Okay, we have different types of JSP servlets. All these technologies comes under server-side scripts. Anyhow, in companies, to work with the websites, okay, two types of programmers required. One is client-side programmers, nothing but UI developers. Second one is server-side programmers. Okay. So means backend means server-side developers. So what we can do with the client-side scripting languages that we need to discuss. Before that, React.js is nothing but open source client-side script. Is it clear? Yes. So here we can use React to implement dynamic web pages or websites. Yes. So there are two types of websites we have. One is static website, another one is dynamic website. Static website means it doesn't have any functionalities. Just it displays the data. Static website displays the data. It doesn't have any functionalities. So only for the presentation of some information like home page, okay, about us, this kind of data you want to present. So for that, no need to go with that dynamic websites. Static website is enough. But dynamic website contain the functionalities like registration, login, okay, and sending data to server, database connectivity. So these type of functionalities we have with the dynamic websites. Now React.js, okay, React.js we are using to implement the dynamic websites. So that too, it is client-side script. Okay, it is client-side script. Client-side script means execute in browser. For example, on website that is nothing but just fp.com. Facebook I'm going to open. Now this is Facebook website. Now if I right click and go with that view page source, now you can see here some coding is there. So this is nothing but client-side script. Means if any website contains client-side code, that code is downloading into the browser at the time of accessing that web page and it executes in browser. But server-side script is not like that. Server-side script is executing only in web server. Only the result is downloading into the browser. So that is the difference between client-side and server-side coding. In client-side scripting, original code is downloading into the browser. Original code. In server-side, only that output is downloading in the browser, not original code. That code is executing in browser. Okay. So according to the execution locations, we are calling the scripts as client-side and server-side scripts. Now React is nothing but an open source client-side scripting language. Okay. Now you can ask one question, sir. What is this client-side and server-side? What we can do with that client-side? Okay, in websites, we are using both scripting languages. Okay, fine. Where client-side script we are using and where server-side script we are using. Which type of concepts we can implement with client-side script and which type of concepts we can implement with server-side script. That concept we are discussing now. So if you take client-side script, yeah, mostly we are using this client-side script to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML elements. This is very common question. Sorry, A is not printing. Yes. We are using these client-side technologies to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML elements. Okay, that is the main thing. Yes, yeah. So what is the dynamic functionalities? Okay, we are going to discuss now to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML elements. Okay, so what is the dynamic functionalities? For example, I'm going to open this one, save this file. So here just pro dot or one HTML file demo.html. I have like this. What this file demo.html. So in this HTML file, one HTML control, nothing but image control I want to display. So here in my system, apple.jp is one image is there. Apple1.jpg, that image is there. I want to display that image. So first open this. Okay. Yeah, body and below this. In this, just I am going to place img source is equal to apple one dot jfif and width of the image is equal to 100 pixels like this. So here I have taken one image and that image source SRC is the property to specify which type of image, which image you want to display. So don't think about this code now. See the result. So this is demo.html file. Now let me open. So now it is open in browser, right? It is open in browser. Now in this demo.html file, I am displaying one Apple image. So this image control is static control. Means the properties of this control we can't change in browser. So at the time of designing, what are the properties we have given here? Okay, so here, where is our file? Yes, this is our file. So I have given with 100% and one source image that is apple1.jfib. So these properties are fixed here. We can't change these properties. Is it clear? Yes. Now my requirement is at runtime. At runtime, I want to change the properties of these controls. Then how can we change the properties of these controls at runtime? So for that, we are taking the support of these client-side scripting languages. So here it may be JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, etc. Anything we can use here. So simple statement I'm writing here. Okay. So don't try to understand this code now. We will discuss each and everything. Okay. So with React, so simple JavaScript we are using to change the source of this image control. What the new source I'm providing? Yeah, in my desktop, fruit.jpg one image is there. So that fruit.jpg I'm providing. Yeah. It is clear? Yes. So now you can see the output of this program. If I refresh here, when I click on this, then it is changed to fruit.jpg. It is clear? Yes. Like that, the concept is you want to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. So in that point of view, we are taking the support of client-side script. That's the first point. Okay. So second point is to work with validations. Many people have idea on this. Okay. So client-side scripts we are using to work with validations. Now, validations, form validations. For example, text box is empty or not. Password retype, password matching or not. These type of validations you want to provide. Then also we are taking the support of this client-side technologies. I will explain you how to work with the validations. Next one, to work with Ajax. Yes, you want to work with the Ajax concept. Ajax is very, very important. I will explain to you how to work with this Ajax and all. Actually, Ajax we are using to send a request from browser to server. In that point of we are using Ajax. So submit button is there. That submit button also sending the request from browser to server. Not only submit button, we can also use Ajax concept to send the request from browser to server. So what is the benefit of Ajax? It is not submitting the entire web page. Okay, that concept I'll discuss later. So for that, we are spending around 2 days. So in that point of view, to work with Ajax concept, we are taking the support of this client-side scripts. Okay, yeah. And the next one, to execute logics. Okay, so not only applying the dynamic functionalities, and not only in Ajax point of view, you want to execute some logics. Okay, then also we are taking the support of client-side script. But those logics are executing in browser. Okay, server-side script logics execute in server mission. Client-side script logics execute in browser. That is the main point of this. For example, in your website, you want to develop calculator program. In that calculator program, you are providing some numbers, buttons, and operators like plus, minus, etc. That calculator program I can develop by using any client-side technologies or server-side technology we can use. If they client-side, so what are the technologies we have? So JavaScript or next level technology JavaScript like React, Angular, these technologies we can use. And if you take server side, then ASP, JSP, anything we can use. What is the benefit if I develop this website using client side script? Means this concept. So that code executes in browser. That code executes in browser. Okay. So that's why when user enter the numbers and click on the buttons in user system on client is nothing but here the person who is using our application. That person we are calling as client. When user enter the numbers and press the button, the entire code executes in his system. That's why immediately can see the result of that. So the same logic if implement in server side, okay, then what happens for every operation plus or minus buttons, if user click on these buttons, request is going to the server, there that code is executing and response is coming back to the browser. For this request and response process, it takes some time. So that's why in websites, most of the logics we are implementing with client-side technologies because the result is very, very fast. That is the main advantage of this. Is it clear? So due to that reason, the importance of client-side script is very huge in this web application development. So here, if you observe to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML contours, by default, HTML contours are static contours. You want to convert those contours as dynamic contours, then we are taking the support of this client-side script. Is it clear? That's the first point. Second point is to work with the validations. So to work with the validations. In that point of view also, we are using this client-side scripts. Is it clear? So when we are sending the data to server, before sending the data to server, we need to check whether it is valid data or invalid data. Means any empty data you are passing, or for example, you are sending email ID to the server. The format is valid format or invalid format, like that. So next one, to work with Ajax, to work with the Ajax concept. Then also we are taking the support of client-side script. What is Ajax? Mostly Ajax we are using to send a request to the server and to call the API services. I will explain to you how to access the API services, okay, and how to fetch the data from different technologies like Java API service, Node API service, like that. We have .NET API services, like the different types of API services we are accessing from front end. So that concept I'll discuss with Ajax. So next one, the logics. You want to work with the logics. That point of view also we're taking the support of this client-side scripts. Yes, these are the main areas where we are in the client-side scripts. Now you can ask me one question, sir. What is the purpose of server-side script when we are using server-side script in web application development? Yes, server-side scripts we are using to connect with the database of website. Every website database is available in centralized server. Okay, so means that server location of the database is available. By using client-side script, we can't connect with the server database because client-side script executes in client's machine. So that's why it is not possible to connect with the server database. In that point of view, we are using the server-side scripts. And to create the sessions and web tokens like that, in this point of view, server-side scripts we are using. But as a UI developer, so we are working with the client-side technologies that too. So we are using React. Now React is very popular and we have openings with this React JS. Okay. So anyhow, this is common interview question. So they will ask you, is React JS client side or server side? So it is client side script. What is the difference between client side script and server side script? As client side script executes in client system browser, and server-side script executes in web server. Is it clear? Yes. This client-side script is initially downloading into the browser. When user is accessing the web page, that time only it is downloading into the browser, and in this browser it executes. So which one is faster in performance? Obviously client-side script, because it executes in client system. That's why you can see the output very fast. Okay. Like the React.js is an open source client-side script. Okay. We are using to implement the dynamic websites. Okay. Now what the basic history of React.js? Now if you take React.js, so implemented by Mr. Jordan in the year 2010. He is one of the employees in Facebook organization. He implemented this React.js in the year 2013. Yes, Jordan Loki. So what the main reason behind that implementation? Why he implemented this React? Yes, the main reason is he wanted to implement some concepts in Facebook chat. Okay, so in Facebook chat window we have, right? That chat window, he wanted to use some concepts. So due to that reason, he implemented this React.js in 2013. Later, Facebook organization released this technology as World Wide Web technology. So they released it to outside. Then many websites in Instagram, Flipkart, Apple.com, like that many websites, they are using this React.js for front-end coding. Front-end is nothing but here client-side coding. Okay. Now it is maintained by Facebook Corporation. Yes. Yeah. So this is the basic information about this history. And the current version of React is 18.2. Okay, that version is running. So initially in 2013, they released 1.x and the current version is 18.x. Like that. Anyhow, this is the basic concept. So React is nothing but a client-side. We are using this React to implement dynamic web applications. Okay, in coding point of view, not in designing point of view. Okay, React we are using coding point of view. In designing point of view, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these technologies in companies designers are using, but this is in coding point of view. Okay, that to client-side coding. Yes, this is the basic information. Now, what are the advantages we have in React compared with JavaScript? Okay, because already JavaScript is very well and good technology to work with the client side. Okay, codings. Okay, but why we are using React? Okay, what are the advantages we have? So before that point, one point here. So React is library of JavaScript. Yes, what is React? It's nothing but the library of JavaScript. So library means it is providing some more features to work with this JavaScript. Is it clear? So every technology contains libraries. Okay. So the main concept of library is providing more functionalities than the main original technology. And simplified logics are available in the libraries. So React is library of JavaScript. Some people they're thinking it is the framework of JavaScript. Don't feel like that. So it is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Okay. Yes. So this is the basic information of this. Now we are going to discuss what are the advantages we have in this React. Before that, in this concept, you have any doubts, we can ask. Yeah, we can speak directly with your mic if you have any questions. Till now, we discussed what is client-side script, what is server-side script, okay, and the basic history of React, and which type of logics we can implement, which type of concepts we can implement client-side script. These points we have discussed. So all of you clear with that? So is it client-side or server-side React? Is React client-side script or server-side script?
The client side, sir.
Yes, client-side executes where? In browser. So every browser contains interpreters. Got it? Every browser contains interpreters to execute the client-side technologies. Okay.
Hi sir,
Yes.
this is Rajesh. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few doubts. In this course, are you covering Redux Toolkit and Node.js?
Yes. So server-side APIs we are creating with Node.js.
Oh, Node.js is Express, right?
Yeah, Express is a framework of Node.js, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But the thing is, I will explain you how to create the API services using Node and Express. Okay.
Okay.
And how to consume those API services from React application. So we
Okay.
don't discuss the complete Node.js.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Up
you.
to
And
you.
you are covering Redux Toolkit also, right?
Yeah, Redux we are covering them because state management is very important for us. Yes. So in that point of view, Redux and how to subscribe the data of Redux, Redux store. So these are all we are discussing here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Hi,
any more?
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
I
Hi,
have
sir.
one doubt like something for 4 years React experience, what the things are required along with the React JS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React JS? Is anything is required more?
Yeah. See, so you're UA developer. Okay. UA designers require HTML, CSS completely. Okay. But as UA developer, you should have idea on the basic things of HTML, CSS. Okay. In JavaScript point of complete JavaScript is required. Okay. In JavaScript point of view, complete JavaScript is required because the programming is JavaScript programming only. Okay. So some additional features are available here. We are working with this additional feature. That's why in JavaScript, you should have idea on this promises concept, hoisting concept, event bubbling, event trickling, okay, and event handling. Got it? And state management, local storage, session storage, like that. All these concepts are very, very important. So that's why, first of all, I am discussing the JavaScript concepts. Is it clear? First of all, I'm discussing the JavaScript concepts. So once JavaScript concepts are completed, then only we are starting the React.js concepts. Okay. Yes. So JavaScript is very, very important. And second point in interviews, 70% question they're asking in JavaScript only. Okay. What is hosting? Okay. Next one, what is prototype? Okay, like that. These type of many questions. What is JSX format? Like, okay, yes. So we can also use TypeScript. These React.js libraries you can also access from TypeScript. But TypeScript and JavaScript both are same. In coding point of some differences are there. But after compilation, TypeScript is also converting into JavaScript only. Okay. So one or two examples, if you want, I will discuss with TypeScript also. Okay. But mostly we are working with JavaScript in companies, most of the companies. So we must concentrate on the JavaScript.
Hi sir, this is
Node.js is
Raghav.
required. Node.js, Bootstrap,
No,
jQuery is
no, no.
required for
Node.js
React
is
JS.
server-side coding. It is not required to you. Okay. You're UA developer, then why should we go with the Node.js? Here we are discussing Ajax programs. So that time, okay, how to call the server-side API, that program we are discussing, CRUD operations. Okay, with the database, insert, delete, update. In that point of view, just I will touch Node.js because if you don't have idea on Node.js, not Node.js, you have to create one API service. We are practicing like standalone only. In companies, server-side programmers will give the API services endpoints for us. But here we are practicing, so that's why nobody will give the API services. So in that point of view, to create one or two API services, I will discuss some examples. Is it clear? In Node point of view. But in your work environment, it is not required to have idea on Node or Java or .NET or any other server-side technologies. But JavaScript is very important. Java is different. JavaScript is different, first of all. Okay.
What about Bootstrap?
Bootstrap is responsiveness. For example, you want to, okay, so make your website compatible with mobile, okay, or tab or desktop. In that point of we are using Bootstrap, and Bootstrap is providing some predefined CSS styles. So UI designers require Bootstrap, okay, as a UI developer. So if you have idea on this, it is well and good, but you are always working with the coding point of view, not in designing point of view. Is it clear? Yes, this HTML,
Yeah.
CSS, and Bootstrap, this is purely for designers, web page designers, user interface designers, not for UI developers. Okay,
I'm
but
sorry to ask you one more question. Keep on
these are
asking.
added advantages if you have some idea on this. That is, I can tell you that one. Is it clear? But
Yeah,
concentrate more on React and JavaScript. Yeah.
that means jQuery is not at all related to this
Hey,
one.
jQuery is not required because that is also one library just like React. Okay, but in jQuery, we don't have the concepts like single page application, data binding. So these type of concepts we don't have in jQuery. That's why it is not required. And that anyone either should learn React or Angular or jQuery. But jQuery is almost outdated. Okay, so it is good for animations only, not for the data binding and in programming point of view. So these two technologies playing very important role, React and Angular in this software industries. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Client side development.
Yeah. Hello, sir. This is Raghav.
Rago, tell me.
Yeah, I'm a backend developer actually. I was purely into that backend development.
Backend in the sense, you are
Uh,
server side or database?
no, actually I'm a Java developer. I was into that APIs and all.
Ah,
So, can I continue with that? I don't have any prior knowledge of these front-end technologies actually.
yes.
So can I join this or can I take this course or?
Yeah, because here you which API services endpoints you are developing in your company now. So those API services, okay, that payload information and everything is given by your UI developer, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
you are giving your URL address to that UI developer and the data, payload, everything you are asking him. Okay, what is the payload you are sending from front end to okay backend programming? So that payload, according to that, you are inserting the data or you are updating these operations you are doing, right?
Yes,
Means
yes.
here, if you learn this React JS, you will become a full stack programmer.
Yes, for that reason only I'm
Yeah,
joining. But
because right now we
I
have much
want,
demand for this full stack programming, right?
yeah, yes. Any prerequisites for this actually?
I told
I
you
uh,
JavaScript is required for this, but complete
yeah,
JavaScript we are discussing here. So that's
okay,
why no need to
yeah.
worry about that. And
I
even
don't have,
HTML basics also I will discuss.
yeah, I don't have that JavaScript knowledge, prior JavaScript knowledge. That is why I'm asking.
That is not issue because what are the API
Okay,
services you are creating? So those API services they are accessing by using Axios, Fetch, these type of okay some
okay,
front end functionalities are there. So now you are learning that front end also.
okay. What is the total duration? As they mentioned, 45 days, but
No. It will take minimum 60 days.
okay, 2 months.
60
Okay,
to 70 days definitely.
okay.
Because JavaScript only we are spending 20 classes like that.
Okay, 20 classes for JavaScript.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
after that I will start React.js.
okay,
Parallelly want to attend, if we want to cover both to finish within 40-45 days, then in one session you can attend JavaScript, in another session you can attend the React.js. Morning and evening, I have total 6 slots here. Every day I'm taking. So if anybody wants to cover parallelly, okay. So because from
okay,
some student for some students time is very important, so they want to close within 40 days like that. Then you can attend parallelly, no worries.
okay, sir.
Okay. After
Okay,
some concepts covered in JavaScript, then only you can understand
yeah,
those concepts. So that I will announce in classroom. No need to worry. Okay.
sure.
If we have 60 days time, then no need to attend the parallel classes. Each and everything you can cover in this slot only. So this is fixed timing to you. Okay. So
Okay,
7:30 to 8:30 is the fixed time. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I hope
And
your doubts are clear. Shall I go to the next concept now?
Yeah, one last thing, sir. It's 5 days in a week or like 6 days in a week?
week.
Okay, okay, sir.
But
Thank you.
first Saturday of batch, we don't have class. Means coming Saturday.
Okay,
From second week onwards, so Monday to Saturday,
okay, sir. Thank you.
6 days a week, we have sessions. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, yeah. So in interview, definitely they will ask you some questions. So these points clear. So what is client side script? If they ask you that interviewer, if ask you what is client side script and what is server side script, now you can easily answer. Client side script executes in browser in client system. Client means don't think the person who is paying money for website development. That client is different. Here, client means the person who is accessing the website. For example, if you open Google, then you will become as client of Google. If you open Gmail, you are the client of Gmail, right? So at the time of opening that website, entire client side script is downloading into your browser and executes in your browser. Yes, that is the concept of client side script. Okay, and server side scripts, if you take here, okay, so server side script executes in server machine. Now React.js is client side script, and client side scripts we are using to apply dynamic functionalities. What is the meaning of dynamic functionality? Changing the properties of HTML controls at runtime. Runtime means what is that? When the application is loaded, then you want to change the properties of the controls. By default, not possible because HTML is static script. Okay, so that's why what are the properties we are applying in designing time, at the time of designing, only with those properties it is loading in browser. Later in browser, you want to change the properties directly, not possible with HTML. Then we are taking the support of these client-side technologies like JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React. And the next one, to work with the validations. In validations point of we are using, I will show you how to work with the validations and Ajax. These days, everywhere we are using Ajax. In Google Maps, Ajax is there, and Google text box, Ajax is there. Gmail chat concept, Ajax. Facebook chat, Ajax. I will discuss many programs with Ajax, how to access, okay, API services, everything, and to execute the logics in browser. Okay, so these are the areas which we are using. Okay, fine. So now, what are the advantages we have in JavaScript compared with, we have in React compared with JavaScript, that we will discuss. And second point, in lifecycle hooks point of view, so hooks are very, very important first of all. Okay, if you don't have idea on hooks, even we can't modify the data of controls. Okay, so use state, use effect, use memo, okay, use reducer, like that. Many hooks, use params, use navigate, yes, use effect, like that, use callback, use params. Different types of hooks are there. Okay, so we are discussing hooks in both class component as well as functional component point of view. So here in React, we have two types of components. I will discuss that concept later. So one is functional component, which functions we are implementing, and second one is class component. So in functional components, we have different types of hooks, and class component also we have different types of hooks. These hooks are very, very important. So only for hooks, we are spending around 10 days. Only functional component hooks. Like the class component hooks, we are spending around 3 days. Is it clear? So that's why complete hooks we are discussing. No worries in that point. Yes, yeah. Now here, yeah, features of React.js. Okay. So what are the features we have? Yes, first of all here, data binding is there. React supports data binding concept. What is data binding and what is the advantage of this data binding? That we need to discuss. I think some students may have idea on these technologies. Okay, some students are working. Okay, so in our programming languages, we are creating the variables. Okay, like for example here, where x is equal to 100, one variable I created. So it is in JavaScript. If you take C and other languages, int x is equal to 100 something, we are declaring the variable. Now this variable you want to display on any control like text box or any control, we are implementing logics, some coding we are implementing with that code. So read this variable and display on the control. We are displaying on the HTML control. But in this React.js, not only in React.js, even Angular also supports data binding concept. Is it clear? That is not there in JavaScript. So what is this data binding? No need to write any coding. Without writing logics, we can directly display a variable value on the HTML control. It may be text box or heading or any other control. That is the data binding concept. Means as a programmer, you need not put more efforts to call the variable and display on the HTML control. Okay, simply binding concept is there. So using that binding concept, we are binding a variable in HTML control. Now you can ask me one question, sir, what is the advantage of this binding? Nothing is there. Whenever the variable value is modifying, for example, initial value is 100, so that I am displaying on the HTML paragraph or heading tag. So later it is changed to 200, then automatically it will update on the heading tag. As a programmer, I need not worry about the updates. You got it? Like that. So we are working with the CRUD operations. So we are deleting the records, we are updating the records at that time. So we need not worry about the logics to update the data and delete the data in database, because data binding concept is there that directly performing these all functionalities. It reduces number of lines coding for us. That is very big advantage which we have in this React as well as Angular. Yes, yeah. Actually, we have two types of data bindings. One-way data binding and two-way data binding. What is that one-way and what is the two-way? That we will discuss later. Okay. So just we are discussing about the features. What are the features we have in this React? Okay. Second point. Supports. So many services. Yes, services we are using in functional point of view. So for example, you want to work with cookies. In JavaScript, we need to write some lines of coding. But in React, okay, it is available in the form of one service. Directly we can use that service. Okay. Like that here, hooks, lifecycle hooks are available. Those are all nothing but services. Services we are using functional point of view. Means indirectly we can say, so functions, React is providing different types of functions in the form of services. We need not write coding again and again. Simply we can use these services. I will explain to you what are the services available in this React.js. So it is supporting many services. Next one here supports JSX format. Yes. See, what is JSX? This is interview question. Definitely they will ask you in interviews, what is JSX? JSX stands for JavaScript XML. Okay. Yes, what is the JavaScript XML? Yes, the JSX we are using to combine JavaScript with HTML. Means we can combine these both scriptings. For example, simple HTML page we created, right? See, in the same page, I want to write some JavaScript code. So don't think about this coding. I will discuss pin to pin. So see the result. In my keyboard, actually this is my office laptop I am using here. My personal laptop, I got some issue. Okay. That's why some, yeah. I have given a let hi message. Means I am displaying one message. Okay, now see the result of this. It displays message box, that is through JavaScript displayed, and HTML control app is there. Now what I am doing here, this HTML control I am placing inside the JavaScript code. Will it work or not? No, it will not work. See this. So we are not getting anything. One error is there. So you want to see the errors in JavaScript, right click, inspect. In this inspect, go to the console. So here it displays the error message. Like SRC, something it gives the error message. Because we cannot write any HTML code inside the JavaScript. So if I remove here, now again it will work without any errors. But using this JSX, we can write the HTML inside the JavaScript. That is the main advantage of JSX. Now you can ask me, sir, what is the use of the JSX? Yeah, for example, here, number of lines, okay, code I am executing here. That result I want to display immediately inside one paragraph or inside one heading tag. Then directly you can put this heading inside the script after execution of this script to display the result of the script in that heading tag or paragraph or text box. Is it clear? Actually, if you write separately, then we need to call this control from this JavaScript by using document.get element by ID. These type of functions we are using. But if you take JSX format, so we can directly place the HTML control inside the script. Means after execution of the script, the result I can directly show on the HTML control. It is very helpful at the time of working with the registration, login, these type of concepts here. Okay, so that is the main purpose of JSX format. Angular is not supporting the JSX. Okay, so Angular provides data binding concept and many services also we have in Angular, but JSX is not supporting by Angular and JavaScript also not supporting. Only React supports that. Okay, yes, supports many predefined validators. So here in JavaScript, we need to write the conditions, everything to validate any control. But if you take this React, okay, React is supporting many predefined validators. Is it clear? Yes. So it is very helpful to work with the validations, form validations. I will discuss, okay, what are the validations we have, everything. Next one, supports virtual DOM. Yeah, this is one more important. It is not supporting by Angular, so it supports by React only. So one point we can directly say to anyone, React is very faster, okay, than Angular at the time of updating the data because of the virtual DOM. Because of the virtual DOM, so React is very faster. Okay, yeah. So here actually, what happens in React and JavaScript? See, simply I'm explaining one web page you created with 50 controls like text boxes, buttons, radio buttons like that. When you open the web page in browser like this, what is happening in RAM? Some memory is creating for this web page. That memory we are calling as DOM. DOM memory, document object memory. Means for this web page, right now how many controls we have in this web page? Only one control we have. For example, I'm placing one text box, one button, like that many controls. When I open this in browser, right now I open with Chrome browser, I think, right? So that time one object is creating in RAM related to this web page. That object we are calling as DOM. Now here in this web page, if I modify one control, out of 50 controls, if I modify one control, what is happening? Entire DOM is recreating every time for every control modification. You got my point? Yes. So I have 50 controls or 100 controls. I modified one text box value or I modified one drop down list dialog box value. Then again, DOM is recreating every time. So that is very big process. But the JavaScript and Angular, these technologies are working like this only. This is unnecessary recreation, right? So if I modify only one text box, if the text box is updating in DOM, that is enough. But instead of updating the text box, what is happening? Again, this DOM is recreating, memory is recreating again and again. So that's why at the time of updating this Angular and JavaScript, it is little bit slow. But in React, they provided virtual DOM. What the benefit of virtual DOM? Yes, it is finding which control is modified. Text box is modified. Yeah, only that control is updating on the DOM instead of recreating again and again. Only that patchwork is updating in DOM. Is it clear? You modified radio button. So male and female, two radio buttons are there. You selected female. Then only that information is updating in the DOM. Is it clear? Like that, instead of recreating only that particular Okay, modifications will affect on the DOM. So that's why this React is very faster. So I will show the functionality of this virtual DOM, how it is working, everything we'll discuss. So anyhow, it support the virtual DOM concept. That is very, very helpful for us. So this is not there in Angular. Is it clear? Yes. Next one here. I think you heard about this React Native. Yes. Yeah. Cross mobile application. So here, React, if you take React, we are using web application development. React plus native. Native is one framework. So what is the purpose of this native? Yeah, mobile apps you want to develop, then we can use this. Generally, we are using, okay, Android, okay, Xamarin, okay, like the different technologies. Flutter is there to develop the mobile applications. In the same way, so React Native also we can use to develop the mobile applications. What the benefit with this React Native? For example, you develop an app with Android. Will it run in iOS? No, it's not supporting iOS. And it is not supporting Microsoft mobiles. Yes, so Android application will not run under iPhone and Microsoft mobiles like that. For example, you developed an app for iOS iPhone. It is not running with Android mobile and Microsoft mobile. Means for every mobile type, one separate app is required. So that is very cost for client. Means the person who is investing money on the project. So that's why for this cost cutting, so clients are concentrating on the hybrid cross technologies. Okay, means for example, if you take React Native, so if you develop any mobile app with this React Native, it supports Android mobiles, iPhone mobiles, as well as Microsoft mobiles and other mobiles. Only single app runs under any type of mobile devices. Is it clear? So like that here, so this is very helpful to develop the cross mobile applications. Okay, so if you know React, then by learning this native, we can work in the mobile apps. Native is providing so mobile controls. In mobile phone, you want to display the text box button, these components, then we are using native. In web application, how we are using HTML, same. In mobile application, native is there. Okay, and coding point of view, both web and mobile, React is the coding we are using here. Means if you have idea on this React, so with the small touch up of this native, we can also develop the mobile applications. That to cross mobile apps we can develop. That demand is very high. So means only one app supports any type of devices. Okay. So next one here supports Redux. Redux is very, very important for us. Okay, so here in shopping cart applications, okay, if you add any products in cart, so that cart is increasing. That is based on the Redux. Okay, and here in reservation websites, if you book some tickets, then automatically in show ticket space, the tickets are reducing. That is working based on Redux. Like that, this is nothing but state management concept. I will discuss with you. So what is state management? How many types of protocols we have? What is stateful protocol? What is stateless protocol? Okay, so how can we transfer the data from one page to another page? So in that point of we are discussing all this. Redux is very, very important and it supports the complete Redux concept. So we will discuss the Redux also. Is it clear? Yes. So now here supports any filters. Yeah, filters we are using to convert the data from one format to another format. For example, here number I want to convert into currency like dollars or rupees. Then we are taking the support of these filters. No need to write the logics like how we are writing in JavaScript. Okay, so like that here the text is there. You want to convert into uppercase. Then we are using the filters. Like that, many different filters are available. Okay, next one here simple. So coding is very, very simple. Okay, that is the main reason why we are using these libraries as well as frameworks here. So anyhow, it supports data binding and single page application concept is there. Okay, so that concept is very, very important. Support single page application. What the single page application and how to work with that we will discuss. Only for single page application, we are spending around 1 week days. Okay, we'll discuss that one later. So even Angular also support the single page application concept. We can also call it as routing concept. So that support is there, and services, JSX format, like that. All these are the features, additional features which we have in this React just compare with JavaScript. Is it clear? Yes. But here, this is a library. These functionalities we can access, we can consume, access with the help of JavaScript coding only. That's why JavaScript is very mandatory for us. So due to that reason, first time starting with JavaScript concepts, later we are starting the React.js concepts. We are discussing how to connect with the database, how to integrate the Bootstrap, okay, and how to call the API services, third operations, all hooks, okay, all these concepts we're discussing. So in front of this of DURGASOFT, course content is available. If you collect that course content there, what we are covering in JavaScript and what we are covering in React, every information is available there. Okay, you can go through that. Yes, yeah. So this is about the basic information. Who implemented this React? Jordan Walkie. Okay, so Mr. Jordan Walkie implemented this React the year 2013. Basic version is 1.0 and current version is 18.x, 18.2 and now 18.3 also available. Okay, like that. On Facebook, in complete Facebook, they use this React.js, Flipkart React.js. Okay, for front-end coding, back-end coding, Facebook, what they use it PHP. Flipkart, I think .NET, I think, but I'm not sure about that for backend coding. Okay, but clients and point of view, they use it this React. Okay. Yes, Google Angular is there because Angular is the product of Google. Google, Gmail, Angular, they use it. Okay. This Facebook, Instagram, Flipkart, Apple, in all these technologies, they use it this React.js like that. You can check in the website if you type, okay, websites developed in React.js, then you will get the list. There you can check. Okay. Anyhow, this is the basic information of this. Okay. Any more doubts you have, you can ask. So we are providing recordings, every class recordings. Okay. Okay. I will give the Google Drive access once the registration is completed. Okay. I will give the Google Drive access. Okay. So you can get the recordings and daily wise notes and everyday programs also I will upload into Google Drive. You can download from there. Okay. Yes. So any other queries you have, you can ask me now. So I think you got some idea what is React.js like that. Okay. That is enough for now. Okay. Slowly, day by day, programming point of view we are entering, then you will get more clarity. Yes. So no more doubts, I think. Shall I switch off the session for today or any more queries?
Hi, sir. I have one doubt. Like you mentioned React with the React Native, right? Is React Native is optional or mandatory to learn React Native?
Optional. You want to work with the mobile application, then only you can go with that native. Anyhow, React you are learning here. Okay. So if you know additional native, you can develop the mobile application development. Got it?
Yeah. Thank you.
That is optional. That is next level. Okay. So once you already have some experience with this React 2 years, then in your career you want to get good growth, then you can go for that additional technologies. Okay.
Sir, are you providing videos also, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So after these demo classes, payment link will change. Okay. Then I will provide the video access every day. A video access I will provide you. Okay, no worries. Okay. Hope you clear with these queries. So tomorrow I will start the concepts one by one. First of all, HTML basics are required because if you open any React project here, so for example here, see this. Any so here, first of all, basic program if you take, okay, yeah. In this basic only you can see HTML controls. So actual Visual Studio Code we are using to work with this. Okay. So now here, to open this. So here we have div. Okay. What is div? That clarity should have. Okay. Yes. And login form, text boxes, how to play the text boxes. So in that point of view, only 1 hour, 1.5 day we are spending with HTML. How much is required for you? Okay. And what you don't know. I think some students may have HTML, but what are the types of controls? What is block element? What is inline element? These are very, very important. So that's why I will discuss HTML concepts in that point of view. So that too, not more than 1 or 1.5 day. Okay. Later, we are starting the JavaScript concepts. Okay. JavaScript, complete JavaScript we are discussing. And after that, React we are starting. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So fine. See you in tomorrow class. I need to start another class now. Okay. Thank you. You can drop. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.